Hello everyone, this is the V-Man and welcome. I'm finally back with another FIA race. Today we are racing on a Lago Maggiore West, I think in N300 cars. That is the interesting thing. Most of us were using Grande Macchina Ferrari F50 and we have two compounds of tires, medium and hard. Qualifying session is on medium tires, of course, because we want to set a good lap time. So I had first try on my qualifying session and I was able to set a lap time of 1:37.4, and in this moment that was enough for third or fourth place. I had another go, but I wasn't able to improve my lap time, and one guy was able to do that, and overall I started on a 5th position this FIA race. Interesting thing about this FIA race, because Ferrari F50 is N500 car, but it is down-tuned to N300 car, so it can meet requirements, and by doing that we made a very stable car. It is very fun and very easy to drive, I would say, because I had no issues with driving this car and with racing on this track. So 5th position for me, hoping for a good result. I am starting this race on a medium tires, and I immediately after start of the race I was competitive and I was fast, because I think all of the guys in front of me were using hard tires, so naturally they were not that fast as I was. I was immediately on the bumper of a Frenchman in front of me, and we are going into the right corner just before the long straight, so I will probably have opportunity to make a move or to try to make a move on this guy in front of me after the long straight. We need to watch out for steering. We don't want to oversteer the car or to steer too much, because by doing that we will lose speed. So everything needs to be smooth. When we are smooth, we are also fast. One guy went off the track. I was able to complete my move on a Frenchman, and Italian guy in front of me was awarded with a 1-second penalty, so things were doing great so far for me. I was 5th, now I am on a 3rd position and on a medium tire, so I am definitely competitive and I will have opportunity to build a gap and to catch up with the car in front of me. We have 17 laps to drive here, so this is the long race, and I was planning to use medium tires until 7th or 8th lap, something like that, and then to change them for hard ones. Fuel on this track wasn't an issue, so only thing we need to take care of is of tires and of consistency. So I was waiting for an Italian guy to serve his penalty, and then I will put my head down and try to have some decent next few laps, so I can catch up with guy in 1st place and maybe to use these medium tires to the maximum, to my advantage of course. So that was my plan. We will see how it will end. So Italian guy is finally serving his penalty. I am in some purple sectors here. I think I was able to set a fastest lap time in the race in 3rd or 4th lap, something like that, I don't know, but I've set the fastest lap time for this race in this occasion. So after a couple of laps I was catching up with the guy in front of me, just as I said I will. In few situations I tried to overtake him, but he was using all of his experience not to allow that. He was pushing me to the right, and of course this car is very prone to lose the speed once we are using our steering wheel too much. So as I said at the beginning of the race, we need to be smooth, and smooth is fast. I was catching up with him using his slipstream at some moments, but I wasn't confident at this moment too much, so I can launch some sudden move. I didn't want to ruin his race and my race too. I just wanted to have a good result on FIA race. Fourth lap ended, fifth started. I am still behind the Austrian guy, and we are driving behind him, waiting for opportunity, maybe for some mistake on his side to take advantage of that. I realized that tires are doing great. I will not change them until 9th or 10th lap, and then I will use hard tires until the end of the race. Hopefully I will be in a good position on the track to finish the race without any sudden attacking moves from the others, and so on and so on. Here I was trying for the first time to overtake guy in front of me, but he, as you saw there, he just gently pushed me to the right. I didn't have any space to do anything much than this in this position, in this situation, so I was letting him through, leave to fight another day of course, and to try in some other moment of course. So I was driving behind him 4 or 5 laps, something like that, until I was presented with another opportunity to overtake his position. Luckily I was consistent enough so I can follow his pace, and he's still on his hard tires, and I must say he was driving pretty good on his hard tires. So this is the second attempt to overtake him, but he did just the same thing he did the previous time. So once again there was no space or no room for me to do anything more than this at the 6th or 7th lap, something like the 6th lap. So once again just driving behind him, following his car, his pace, and as I said at the beginning of the race, Ferrari F50 in N300 was really easy car to drive. Here you can see 4 laps later I'm still behind him, but I was fairly satisfied with this second place. This will be good result for me in this FIA race, and I just wanted to prove to myself that I'm able to set a good result. Austrian guy was a little bit early on the brakes, and I decided to change my tires in 10th lap, so I will have only 7 more laps to go on the hard tires, and I will be in a position to set a good result. But I exit pits in a bad place. 2 guys were just in front of me, so now I need to be careful. My tires are still not up to the temperature, operating temperature, and I need to be careful. You saw there I was oversteering, and thankfully I will use slipstream of a car in front of me, and I will be able to defend my position if guy behind me starts to think that he can maybe overtake my place. I wasn't going to chase those cars for slipstream, I just decided to let them fight, and of course every time, I said it numerous times, when 2 cars are fighting on the track they are losing time, and in most of cases guy who is following them is taking all of the advantage out of that fight. So going into this corner I am coming close to them. They are off the racing line, so that is the chance for me. You can see here how fast I'm coming close to them. This is 11th lap, 6 more lap to go. I am on a 4th position, but I think I was the first guy who went to change tires. Once again I'm going on the outside using a slipstream of a black Ferrari. Going into the first corner I was looking all around, was very careful not to be pushed off the track, and for some reason guy in front of me was awarded with a 4-second penalty. I don't know what happened and why he was awarded with that amount of penalty, but that was the fact. He was awarded, and we are coming close to the place where he is going to serve his penalty, and I'm going to take his position. Now I'm on a 3rd place and chasing Frenchman in front of me. I knew that he needs to go to the pits, and I just was planning to follow him until he do that, and I'm on the hard tires. I think there will be no problem to finish the race on these tires. They will last for sure without any hiccups. I was trying with a different braking balance on this car. I think that this is a sector for rear balance, so I was constantly changing that. When we are approaching some hard corners, I was going for a -2 setting, and when we are on fast corners, I was on a 2 setting. Guy in front of me was sensible enough to turn on his indicator, left indicator, and went to the pits, and you saw there I was awarded with a half-a-second penalty. I served it. Nobody was behind me to jeopardize my position. I was 3.5 seconds away, and after that change of tires, guy who was awarded with a 4-second penalty was probably now on medium tires. I'm on hard, and he was catching up with me somewhere around the end of the 14th lap. He was coming close, he was fast, but no, that was a mistake. He wasn't changing his tires. He was on his tires, medium tires all the time. I am on hard and I am not on a good pace, so he was catching up with me. His strategy was to change his tires in the last lap, because that was the requirement, and he did just that. You can see here in 16th lap he went to the left and to the pits to change his tires, and I was on the safe position once again to finish my race. 17th and the final lap started. I can see a guy in front of me, but of course he was far enough, so there is nothing I can do to improve my position. So end of the race. That was good result, good race. I was consistent, nothing dramatically was happening on this race, so as I said, good result overall. So that is it for today. If you like this video, click the like button. If you'd like to listen or to watch some more, do subscribe. I will upload video every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. So thanks for watching. See you next time. The D-Man is out.